Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB The Show 19. So we saw the gameplay trailer. Now we're going to break it down. We're going to go shot by shot, look at all the images, see what we can pick up that's new, and just go from there. So let's just start it off. First scene was the Red Sox, right? So Fenway Park, we see World Series 2018 champions. But they got that updated, right? They got that updated. So just a little stadium design right there. They had to show that off. Chris Sale right here. He's looking pretty nice. And then we have David Price. So the graphics look really nice right here. They look really nice. I would have to look back at 18 to do like a side-by-side comparison. But if you know baseball, like you know who these two are, Sale and David Price, you can pick that up right away. All right, so next we have the road to the show scene. Just on the plane, you can't really take anything from this. I feel like we saw this last year too, and we thought like cutscenes were coming, or I thought like cutscenes were coming, something like that. But no, was it cutscenes? It was either like cutscenes. Yeah, I don't even remember what I thought last year when I saw this. But this is probably just like a loading screen, something like that for road to the show. Next we have road to the show, kind of like creating your player, it looks like. So you have your region selection, position, name and number, throwing hand, batting hand, archetype, and personality. So archetypes are returning. I didn't really play road to the show last year in 18, so I never really messed with the archetype system. Do you guys like that? I'm used to it because I play a lot of NBA 2K. I play that like on the side, but like I'm used to that archetype system. For road to the show, I don't feel like it makes sense because it's offline. Like it makes sense if there's an online road to the show. You're using that player to go up against other players. Like that makes sense because you have to balance the game. But for offline road to the show, I feel like you should be able to create your player any way possible. But I guess they have that to kind of create like a balance and make you work towards other things. But I don't really know how the archetype system works. Then you have personality, which I don't know what effect that's gonna have into gameplay. But let's see next screen. So here is another look at the archetype system. So they show an example of flamethrower, arms of God. We have major strength, medium strength, and weaknesses. So K9, slot 1 velocity, arm strength are all major. Then you have hit per 9, stamina and pitching clutch is medium, and home run per 9 and slot 1 break is weak for flamethrowers. I feel like that's kind of ironic because Chapman and Ryan, they got good breaks on their pitches. So that doesn't really go in with these type of flamethrower pitchers right here. But I understand it for making it more balanced. But like I said, it doesn't really make sense for this being offline, right? Like it would make sense to have this type of build for an online road to the show player where you go up against other players. Also, I'm pretty sure this is going to kind of be in effect. They don't really have archetypes for creative players, right? For Diamond Dynasty. But I would assume they do something similar to this. Like they had cap breakers last year in 18, so it's kind of like this, I feel like, with how you build that player. But another road to the show screenshot right here for creation builds. Then we have, looks like personality. Yeah, it says personality down in the right hand corner. We have Commander in Chief. I actually skipped one. Let me go back. I think it started with a red one. Yeah, it started with a red one. So beating heart, normal perk effects, heart and soul boosted perks effects become available and equipped, and additional boost criteria are met. It doesn't say what it is, so these don't really say what they are. But we have beating heart. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? I feel like if your heart's beating, you're nervous. I don't know if that's a good thing right there. You have Commander in Chief. Once again, it doesn't say what it is, but that leads towards Captain. On the right hand side, you have Heart and Soul. Bottom, you have Maverick. And then left hand side, you have Lightning Rod. So I'm sure these affect your player and maybe how your team performs in some way. Especially like a captain, maybe he can help rally the team. But if this is road to the show, with like the CPU surrounding you, is it really gonna affect it that much? That's what I don't understand. If the personality can impact your team and make your team perform a little bit better, but I'm sure there's personality traits that could help rally your team and make them better in some way. But that's road to the show. That's another road to the show thing right there. Here we have training, I guess, training in the gym for your players. So I'm pretty sure in 18 or just like previously in Road to the Show, you would just do like hitting trainings and steals and stuff like that, like stealing, base running training, and fielding trainings, right? So now you can go into the gym and probably work on, I'm guessing, strength, maybe some other stuff. It probably could help like speed a little bit. So that's a new addition right there. So I feel like this is a good thing. You know, I guess it gets you more invested in your player, you know, building him up in the weight room, maybe getting his strength up and stuff like that. But if there's archetypes and stuff, you're also limited, you know, so there's going to be cap breakers that you have to, or you're working towards to, but you can't ever exceed those points. But this is a good scene right here. You know, you see something new with having the ability to train in the gym. Next, we have a dynamic challenge. I believe this is also Road to the Show. You get certain boosts depending on what you do. So swing on time for a hit is 75% bonus. Power swing on time for a hit, 125% bonus. Swing on time for a double or better, 150% bonus. So it looks like, especially for dynamic challenges, depending on the outcome of your hit, or it might not even be a hit, it might be other things, maybe you like get walked or just get on base, you'll get extra bonuses, which means more I don't know what it is in Road to the Show, but more attribute points to level up your player, or maybe even stubs. I don't think they give out stubs, it's more attribute points, right? But that's nice right there. Some extra incentives for, you know, coming up clutch. So right here we have our first legend reveal, and it is a pitcher, Matthewson, Christy Matthewson, old-time player. I'll pull up his stats real quick so you guys know a little bit about him. This is actually like one of the pitchers I kind of wanted to see. I also wanted to see Lefty Grove for some reason, as well as like Pedro Martinez and Randy Johnson. But career stats for Matthewson, he has, let's see, 636 games, a 2.13 ERA, which is pretty good. You know, pretty good right there. 373 wins, 188 losses, has 30 saves. How many strikeouts does he have? I can't even see strikeouts. I'm so blind. 2,507 strikeouts. So we had some big seasons in 1908. So this is way back. 1908, a 1.43 ERA, 37 wins, which is like, that's quite ridiculous. Like, you rarely see pitchers get 20 wins now. But 37 wins, 1.43 ERA, had 11 shutouts, 5 saves also, 34 complete games, 259 strikeouts. So that 1908 season is probably going to be his best card. That's probably going to be his best card. Or 1909, because 1909 he had a 1.14 ERA, which is even, that's ridiculous. He didn't have as many strikeouts, so like I think it would be his K per 9 wouldn't be as high. But yeah, this could be a really nice card. And with like legends like this, like his home run per 9 is 0.1, so he rarely gave up home run, and his walk per 9 was pretty low too, it was at a 1. So this is a pitcher that probably has, I don't know what pitches he throws, to be honest, and I don't know like what kind of velocity he has, but a pitcher that probably will have a good hit per 9, a good K per 9, a good home run per 9, and a good walk per 9, and those are all stats that you want to look forward to. So he's gonna have some pretty high numbers. Probably, like, I don't know if Immortals are coming back. If they do, he probably would be one. If not, he's definitely gonna have a 99 rated card, which will be probably one of the best in the game. But moving on for like, so we see that, damn, that like sped up really quick. Just a better look at him, kinda, not really. Let me see if I can go back so you guys can get a look at the face. It looks super choppy right here. I don't know if it's, nah, I'm on HD, so it's not me. It's just how it wants to be. Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. What is up? What is up? Oh, we should have played this in 4K, dude. We should have went to 4K. I didn't even know you can do that. Wow, this is crazy. All right. That looks so much better. That looks so much better. So, better look at Matthewson right here. That's the first new legend that was in this trailer. So, we see him. I don't even know like what kind of pitch is that? What kind of grip is that? People that know the grips, let me know. It looks like it'd be either a slider I don't think it's a curveball because it doesn't look like that's the grip. But who's hitting right there? Can we see who's hitting right there? Hold up. Let me go back another second. We gotta go like super quick with these. Guzman. All right, so that's no one new. That's no one new right there. Playing in Yankee Stadium. You know, good screenshot right here. Getting that base hit. I'm sure someone's gonna say that's that looks like a pop-up. That looks like a pop-up. Looks like he's under it. But is that a new catcher? Is that a new catcher right there? Let's see. Can we see anything? That's a Marlins. That's probably real Muto. I don't know if this one right here is a new catcher. He could be a new catcher. That might be a new catcher. I'm not sure. That might be a new catcher. Moving on. Let's see. That's JT Realmuto. You guys think he gets traded? We don't really know. We don't really know. We got Tony Gwynn. No mustache right here. Because later you see him with the mustache. So Tony Gwynn, this is probably a younger version. Actually, this is good. Because what we also see McCutchen. We see McCutchen on the Phillies. And then we see McCutchen with the dreads, right? When he's with the Pirates. And that's going to come up in a second or so. But there's variation, you know, from different types of players. So this looks like younger Tony Gwynn. And then older Tony Gwynn's going to come up. And there's going to be two different versions. They're going to look different. So I like that they're going a little bit more in depth with their creative players. And this is going to be noticeable in like Diamond Dynasty and stuff like that. But that's Tony Gwynn, Mr. Padre. You see him again right here with the stash. And then I think you see him a third time, right? Let me just go back right here. Let me go back. Yeah. You see him a third time too. So that's a shot. And then you see him sliding right here. I don't know. Is that the same stash? Is that the same stash? Is that the same right there? It might be the same. Yeah, this one's the same right here. So you got him right there sliding at home. This right here is Puig, right? 66. Yeah, that's definitely Yasiel Puig. Cincinnati Reds. You got Cano in the background, actually. You got Robinson Cano in the background, repping the New York Mets. So that's nice right there. They got the two players that got traded for right there. Jose Ramirez in this next shot. You know, nothing really new right here. I'm trying to see if there's a new catcher. Who's this? This is Anthony Rizzo, right? Because I said that in like the reaction when I was first watching it. Yeah, that's Anthony Rizzo. Another screenshot of the game. Nothing else that's new. You know, I can't really see if like there's any visual stuff, but you know, the background, the crowd looks pretty good. Looks decent. He's popping it up. Definitely not happy. We got Chris Sale again. Spangenberg for the Brewers. Turning that double play. It looks like I can't really tell from like a trailer, but the double play turn, it looked pretty clean right here. It looked pretty clean right there. And then you got Jesus Aguilar obviously making the play. Looks pretty nice graphically. You know, I don't know if he had a scan in 18, but you definitely can tell who this is by this shot right here. And it looks pretty nice. It definitely looks pretty nice right there. So here what I was saying. McCutchen with the Phillies got no beard. Got no beard. Maybe that's because he played for the Yankees at the end of the season and he had a clean shave. But I'm pretty sure he grew that back for the Phillies. So McCutchen looks pretty clean right here. And then you see him getting that hit and it transitions to flashback McCutchen. So flashback McCutchen definitely coming back in Diamond Dynasty. But like I said, I like what they're doing right here. Because we have live series McCutchen on the Phillies. And we have the flashback McCutchen on the Pirates. I don't think anything else like you can gather from this. You know, I don't think they do like all-time teams and stuff like that. That would be a lot of work, but that would definitely be something really dope if they could end up doing that. Because there's so many players that you can do. And if you had like the ability to do all-time teams in just online play, that would be so dope. But that's going way out of line. They're not doing nothing like that. But with this image right here, you got the flashback McCutchen. Now, like if you're playing a game, Diamond Dynasty game, you can tell which McCutchen you are because sometimes you don't see the card out, right? So you don't know if you're going up against like a flashback card or the live series. So if you're going up against live series McCutchen, he don't got dreads. And then you got the flashback right here. You know he's a little bit better. But I like that right there. It's a small thing, but I like it. Who we got right here? 45. That's Trumbo. So Trumbo playing in the outfield. Nothing really to gather from this. Nothing really to gather. We have Swanson, and I'm pretty sure that's Adubal Herrera. So Swanson making the tag right there. Hopefully, did he actually tag him? We gotta make sure, because you know how MLB is sometimes. I don't even think he tagged him right here. That's like a quick transition. They're like, nah, we didn't do it. We missed the tag. They missed the tag. Oh, maybe they got him. Maybe they got him on the hand right there. But that's something that needs to be fixed. Missing tags and stuff like that. So hopefully this is a good sign that they're working on defense and stuff like that. But they definitely got to work on defense, urgency, and all that stuff. So that's good right there. He's turning, actually throwing it to home. So that kind of shows maybe the urgency, throw urgency, because that's a big problem sometimes. That's a quick transition. You know, he makes the tag and a quick turnaround throw. I like seeing that right there. Definitely like seeing that right there. Another catcher right here. I don't know who that is. You know, I don't think that's anyone new. Umpire making the call. But a nice shot right here. You know, nothing to take away from it. But it looks nice. It looks nice. The umpire making the call right there. We have, is that Chapman? Yeah, that's Chapman. You know, making a quick run to third. And then the jump throw to first. Getting that out. Arenado in the next scene. Hitting one down the line, right? Yeah, he hits it right down the line. Those are definitely game changers. Now, this one right here kind of irks me, because they don't say who this legend is. He doesn't have a name on the back of his jersey, right? No, they just go right into the next one, which is Griffey. So right here, I've been trying to figure out who this is. He got blue eyes, right? Is that blue eyes, or is that just the angle? He definitely got blue eyes. So I did a little research real quick. I'm pretty sure this right here is Ty Cobb. So if it is, Cobb and Matthewson, who we saw earlier in this trailer, they're both part of CMG Worldwide, which is the licensing rights for these players, or some of these players. But it's interesting because looking at the CMG, like the licensing rights for some players, there's quite a few players that we already have. We have Ernie Banks, Jackie Robinson, we got Bob Feller, Fergie Jenkins, Harmon Killebrew. Who else is in here that they already have? I think that's it. Eddie Matthews is in there, Ennis Slaughter, and Jim Palmer. That might be it. Lou Brock's also in here. Pee Wee Reese, Ralph Kiner. So there's quite a few that they already have. But players that they don't have, that they possibly can go out and get, we got Cobb right here. I'm pretty sure it's Cobb. Matthewson is on that list. And then there's players like Lou Gehrig that they can go out and get. Don Larson, Early Wynn, Gil Hodges, Grover Alexander. That's another pitcher right there that I feel like would be pretty big if they could get him. Mel Ott. They have Shoeless Joe Jackson, Trish Speaker, and I think that's the biggest ones right there. Yeah, that looks like the biggest ones right there. Lefty Grove's another pitcher. Lefty Grove's another pitcher that they can go out and get, and that's it. I feel like that's it for like the big players maybe, because I don't know any of the other ones, to be honest. But stuff like that, like those are little things that, like I said, they might be nitpicking every year, but maybe they go all out and get some more big time legends. But like I said, I'm pretty sure this right here is Ty Cobb, so that would be, I feel like, a good guess, because I was trying to figure this out for a while. Like once I thought that trailer, I was like, who is this? Because no name is on the back. But then we go and transition into Griffey, you know, making those plays. Griffey making those plays, robbing that home run. Looks pretty clean right there. Looks pretty clean right there. Relive history. That's actually interesting. Relive history. Because I think they're going to be doing challenges, right? Oh, I didn't even look at this screen. Jason Kendall. Wow. So maybe this is a new catcher. Yeah, that is a new catcher. We got Jason Kendall. Is it Jason? We got Kendall as a new catcher. So that's another new player. That's another new player that we got. You want to see the Kendall stats? I'll pull up Kendall stats. I didn't do Ty Cobb because I don't know if that's 100% Ty Cobb. It's just a speculation right there. But Kendall, you know, he was a good catcher. He was a good catcher. Career 288 hitter. Had 75 home runs. So he's going to be like a contact guy. He's going to be like a contact hitter for a catcher. And I can't really like see defensive stats, but I think he was a good defensive catcher, I believe. But going back to the relive history, those might be challenges that we might have to do. I can't really tell from that, but you know, that sounds like challenges that we might have to do with certain players that can maybe give us some Diamond Dynasty stubs or stuff like that. Maybe some cards. Maybe that's the way you unlock players. Challenges like that. But that's an interesting key phrase right there. Unless I'm just going way out of line and it's just saying relive history. But this is definitely an interesting shot right here. Relive history. It makes you think like what they can actually do. It makes you think what they actually can do if you're trying to actually relive history, like do special accolades for players. That would be pretty dope if it goes to that extent. But that's just a shot right there. That's just a shot right there. We got Kendall. We got Stanton right here hitting a home run. He's gonna have a bounce back year. I guarantee he has a bounce back year. Who's this? Some more Yankees right here. Just turned into double play. Actually, that might have been too low. But right here, we have another new legend, Dibble. We got a better shot at him. Just a back shot, pretty much. I don't think it goes to the face. It doesn't go to the face, so we have a back shot of Dibble. I honestly don't know who he is, so we got to check out some stats. We got to check out some stats of Dibble. He didn't play at all, really. He played 7 years with the Cincinnati Reds, also played for the White Sox and the Brewers. Had 89 saves, so he's gonna be a relief pitcher. So his career was pretty short. I was looking up why he pretty much had arm surgery and just retired afterwards. But closing pitcher, it looks like, which those are always nice to have. Those are definitely always nice to have. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for Dibble. He was a closing pitcher. His strikeouts per 9 were pretty high. His strikeouts per 9, he has a season where it's 13.6, 14.1. So that's going to be a high number right there. Home run per 9s is like 0.5, 0.4. And that's going to be a big number this year. Hit per 9s is around 7. And walk per 9s around 2.7 or 3. So his walk per 9, his control might not be the best. But strikeout per 9 number will probably be really good. And I don't really know much about him, so I don't know what kind of pitches he throws. But because he had surgery, I'm guessing he had a pretty good fastball. You know, I'm guessing he had a pretty good fastball. But that is our fourth legend reveal. We got Matthewson. We have, I guess, Jason Kendall, Ty Cobb, if that's the one, and Dibble right here. So I like the new additions. We got Springer right here, just hitting that home run. Nice celebration right there. I don't think nothing you can get from this screen. You know, I don't even think this is something that is going to be in like Diamond Dynasty, but maybe in franchise, there's a little bit more emotion, you know, showing some dugout scenes after home runs. You know, the Astros were doing that cam, looking back at the cam stuff all season. So that's a little addition that brings a little bit more into the game, some more emotion and all that stuff. So here we have Diamondbacks in the outfield. Nothing to take from this one. Just some more emotion. Looks like, who's that, Muncy? Yeah, Muncy making a bad play. But I like this right here. I like that little clip right there because he kind of missed the ball, right? You know, it took a bad bounce, but the quick recovery. So that goes back to like the urgency and getting back in there and making the play. And Kershaw is even covering first. So, you know, that could be good for pitchers, you know, actually covering the base and stuff. So small little clip right there. But that's something that adds to the game because, like I was saying earlier, defensive urgency is something that definitely needs to be taken up a notch. And that's something I want to see from the defensive side of the game. So I like that right there. We got Jesus Aguilar, just a good screenshot of him. Catcher in the background, I don't think that's nothing new. This is the show. But here we have Babe Ruth's career. So relive the career of the greatest baseball player of all time, Babe Ruth, pitching the World Series, break home run records, and cement Ruth's legacy. So this kind of goes back to the relive history from that Ken Griffey Jr. shot, right? You're reliving the career of the greatest baseball player of all time right here in Babe Ruth. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some type of challenges, kind of like how the missions are. I feel like they're going to be like the positional program missions where you got to get like a certain stat in one game, but maybe they do something like that and they make it quicker. What I would like to see, to be honest, because no one really likes grinding, especially like those type of players where you got to play a full 9 inning game. It would be nice if they did it like Road to the Show kind of, or just like a player lock where, say I want to use Babe Ruth and I only want to use Babe Ruth. Actually, I don't know if that works because then you might not get like the people you need on base. But you guys get the gist of it. Like if there was a player lock, it would be so much quicker to grind out missions. You just got to use the one player you want to use. That would be ideal for grinding missions and all that stuff. But taking away from this, reward progress, 75,000 XP, 10,000 stubs. I think one of the biggest things is the game has to be more rewarding. So in 17 and MLB The Show 17, they had the career missions, which gave out a ton of stubs. Hopefully those return. In 18, they didn't have nothing like that. They had the monthly stuff, which were pretty good at the end of the year when they started giving out like the finest packs. But the stub value got in those only 10,000 a month was not enough. Not enough at all. So to see 10,000 for here, hopefully it's like a progress thing and not like the final reward of whatever this final player might be. Probably like a really good Babe Ruth card. But hopefully like the progress and like step by step in whatever this mission is, you get a good amount of XP and stubs. That's one thing that they got to improve all the way around. So just from this screenshot, career, maybe they're career arcs, maybe they're the new immortals, because I don't think Babe Ruth is gonna be like a career arc. So they're definitely changing that up a little bit. That's what it seems like. That's definitely what it seems like. They're changing it up. So maybe no immortals in MLB The Show 19. Maybe a different type of grind for the top players. But Babe Ruth right here, it's an interesting shot because I'm hoping, you know, you can't take a lot from this, but I'm hoping just seeing like the relive the career. It's different types of challenges, maybe like moment challenges that you can do. It kind of reminds me of like critical situations, something like that happens. I guess it does it happen in Road to the Show. Those are maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it happens in Road to the Show. I know it was in franchise, but stuff like that. Maybe that's how the game could play out. You know, I would like to see like critical situations using, you know, these type of players for like player grinds. You know, that would be pretty dope if they do that. But other than that, I want to see the rewards more rewarding. Next we have right here. This looks like a franchise thing. This looks like a franchise thing right here. We have favorites, contenders, underdogs, and long shots. So there is a new game mode, kind of. It's called March to October. I don't know. It wasn't in this trailer, but there was like a leaked screenshot of that. So March to October, that might be what this is right here. That might be what this is right here. I think that has to do with franchise. If that's the case, you know, you kind of see a little bit right here, but you can't take much away from this because you don't, it's definitely a franchise thing. But just looking at this right here, favorites, I don't I don't think Nationals are a favorite. I don't think Nationals are a favorite. I don't think Diamondbacks are a contender. I don't think the A's are a contender. I don't even think the Mariners are a contender. I'm surprised they got the Mariners up in there. But I guess it goes by the win totals, right? Yeah. I don't know about that. They got the Rays at 68. They almost made the playoffs last year. So it's interesting right here. You know, you can't take much from this one right here. But like I said, it might be part of a new mode. It might be part of a new mode, and that would be pretty dope if it is, because MLB definitely needs some new types of modes that can be played. I don't know if they're gonna do a lot of new things, but if there is, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 new things that are at least engaging, that can bring in a new audience or just, you know, distract players to doing other types of things instead of just Road to the Show, franchise, and Diamond Dynasty, then I think it's something that benefits them. But just going from this right here, definitely something related to franchise mode. Hopefully we get more franchise news, because franchise overall I feel like needs to get revamped or just have more additions to it. Because franchise, I'm not a big franchise guy, but I know a lot of people that play a franchise a lot and they want to see that get revamped a little bit. So hopefully they do that. But this is a franchise shot right here. And then anything else that we got? So right here, we have a screenshot of 4 gold players. So you see in the bottom right hand corner, a choice pack. So this is interesting right here. So pretty much what this is basically what it says. You know, it's a choice pack. So I don't know how you get these, obviously, but it's probably going to be maybe the rewards. Maybe choice packs are some type of rewards that you can get playing through the challenges or whatever they are. You know, the missions, and you get choice packs, and you'll have a choice of 1 of 4 gold players. You know, so instead of getting a gold player you don't want, or guess, or maybe a duplicate, you get a choice of your player. So right here you see Posey, Cespedes, Albez, and Story. You get to pick which gold player you want. It's as simple as that. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do this for diamond players too, which will definitely be dope. You know, you don't have to get that duplicate unless like you get Mike Trout. You know, who wouldn't want 2 Mike Trouts? As long as these are sellable, then I think these could be really good. You know, these could be really good to have choice packs, more variety right there. And like I said, I'm assuming they're gonna be rewarded through missions, or maybe you get lucky and they come out in packs too, like an additional pack or something that's in your pack. So I like that right there. I like having the choice of being able to pick which player I want. Obviously, it's not every time you get a gold player or a diamond player, but just every once in a while to get one of these and having that choice is definitely pretty nice right there. So that's something new that's going to be in Diamond Dynasty. And yeah, there's nothing else to take away from this. Right here we have Conquest. So this right here is interesting. They changed it up. And I'm wondering if this is Conquest in general, or kind of like Conquest Extreme or Conquest Destiny, where you have to do challenges to complete this one. So that's what I'm not sure what this is, because Conquest in itself wasn't really that hard, right? Conquest in itself wasn't really that hard, but if this is like the challenge version of Conquest, then that's pretty dope. You know, it's a little bit different. Actually, they got this numbered as 19, so that's pretty dope too. I just saw that. So yeah, I don't really know what they can do with this, but Conquest changing maybe a little bit is always nice, because Conquest has been the same. How long has it been in the game? 2-3 years. It's been the same ever since it's been in the game. So maybe a little change is nice, and maybe it's like certain challenges that you got to do, because you know this is just one shot, right? Maybe it could even just be partial. No, it's not partial. It's not partial screenshot. So yeah, it definitely has to be something to do with challenges and doing this in a certain amount of turns, right? So that's what this could be right here. But hopefully the Conquest rewards are really good. And if this is like a separate part, like the Conquest Destiny, those rewards are really good too. Because normally Conquest is a really good way to start off the game. You know, completing Conquest early on, you get some nice diamond players, some nice rewards. So that's always nice right there. But just this shot right here, there is definitely some type of change coming to Conquest. And it just shows it filling up a little bit. But nothing you get really. Nothing you really get from that screenshot except something new is coming. And then you got like the pre-order screen right here. Available 3/26. So there's only one release. There's no, I think last year they had like the MVP edition, I guess this year it's the Gonyard edition. I don't remember what the All Rise edition last year. Like whoever got those and the digital deluxe, they got it like 3-4 days early. It's one release date this year. And then the final one, the final legend reveal, we got Willie Mays. So that's a big one. That's definitely a big one right there. I love how they did this little trailer for him. I love how they did that. And that's the final legend. So I said in my reaction, this is probably the biggest one we're gonna get this year. This is probably the biggest legend that we're gonna get this year, kind of like Babe Ruth last year. Hopefully we get a lot of like complementary legends that add to the game, because although Willie Mays is a big one, there's a lot of other players that I would love to see in the game. But I'm pretty happy about this one. So stat wise, we got to pull it up real quick. So we got Willie Mays, center fielder, played for the Giants and the Mets a little bit, right? So he has 660 home runs, has a few seasons with 49, 47, 52. So he's definitely going to have a lot of power. He's probably got max power. Actually, one thing I don't know is if they're going to do the 125 cap again. I don't know if people like that. Did you guys like that last year? I didn't really mind it, but just like the way hitting and fielding and stuff was, I feel like it took away from that. But he's definitely a guy that's going to have max power and a really high. He had a 302 average, so he had good plate vision and all that stuff. He had some seasons with 40, 38, 31, 27 steals. So this could be a card that rivals Ken Griffey Jr. as like an all-around great player, a 5-tool player. This is going to be one. Like Ken Griffey Jr., no doubt, was like the best overall player in 18. Now we got, now I was going to say Hayes. Now we got Mays that rivals that. It's going to be so much fun, man. It's going to be so much fun having like Griffey and Mays in the outfield. That's going to be so deadly. That's going to be deadly. That's going to be deadly. And then put like Babe also. So yeah, I like it, yo. I like it. But that's pretty much it. I feel like we got a lot covered in this breakdown. There is some shots that we can't really gather all the information from, but we at least know it's like Road to the Show or Franchise, Diamond Dynasty. But in this trailer alone, we got 5 legend reveals. We got Christy Matthewson. We have Jason Kendall. We have Rob Dibble. Willie Mays right here. And then the final one, believe it's Ty Cobb. I believe it's Ty Cobb. But 5 legend reveals, which is pretty nice. I feel like that's a good starting point, you know, with those 5 right there. And hopefully we get a lot more. I want to see, I don't know what's a good number. I don't know how many we got last year, but maybe 20, 30 more players. You know, not 30 more, but like 20 to 30 altogether would be a nice number if they could get that. I'm expecting like the rest of them to not be as big as this one, but hopefully in like the streams that are coming up that we have a little bit more surprises. You know, that would be pretty nice. But Willie Mays is definitely the biggest one. Other than that, we'll be covering all the MLB The Show 19 news that comes out the next few weeks until the game drops. So if you guys want to stay up to date, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.